All right, team, we are working on our last lesson, hopefully before I get to come back. So, and if we have any questions on Friday, we can go over some of this worksheet. But here's your intro video. So make sure you have a piece of graphing paper in front of you, put the lesson 312 on the top, and let's look at these problems. So this first problem, 7 dash or 1-73, wants you to review some of the patterns that you were looking at, or some of the different patterns that you were looking at the previous lesson 131. Wow, I'm a garble of words. I apologize. Basically, we're taking these expressions and we're simplifying them, just like what you did yesterday. Now notice there was the first way that we decided to do that was to take this and we're going to expand it out. So I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's and 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. Whoop, don't write the number 4. Which gives us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 x's. So our simplified version of this expression is x to 11th. Hopefully you should see a pattern here. Rather than writing out these x's, you should see that x to the 7 plus 4 will give you x to the 11th. That makes it a little easier, doesn't it, than writing out all the x's, especially when I give you a lot of them. Remember, exponentials is a shortcut to writing repeated multiplication. So let's skip over to this one over here with our m's. This one wants me to write 14 m's. Oh my gosh, are you ready for this? 1, 2, oops, that's an n. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's still an n. 11, 12, 13, 14, all over 2m's. Now I'm going to take my big ones. I'm going to write my big ones over here. Remember, m divided by m is 1, and m divided by n was 1. And what am I left over with? Well, I'm left over with 12m's. But what could I have done simpler rather than write all those m's? I could have just said m to the 14th power minus 2 gives me n to the 12th. So we have, again, a pattern that we can notice without having to write the repeated multiplication out and cancel out all of our m over m's. So with that information, you're going to create this table. So make sure that you draw this table on your paper and answer the questions. See the question mark right here. What is x to the 25th times x to the 40th? Well, remember, if they're multiplied together, I can just add them. I can add my exponents. So 25 plus 40 is going to give me 65. Now, a way to generalize that is to say x to the m plus n. That m plus n is just a generalization for the two exponents I want to add together. And why is this true? Because I'm adding exponentials when I'm multiplying. Okay, so that's what you're going to be writing down. Then for the next one, remember when we divided, I subtracted the top from the bottom. Notice I did 14 minus 2. So when you're doing the next problem, make sure that you're subtracting the top 4 minus the bottom, which is 5. And then finish out that expression. We are probably not going to discuss in class, so do not worry about this part of it. We would be if I was in class, but not today. All right. And then lastly, you have a couple of questions to answer on your own using some of the tools that you just noticed in these two problems. Notice the patterns. Okay, so I'm going to let you go on your own on this. Remember to watch the previous intro video if you still have some questions about exponentials, and I'll see you tomorrow.